How's it going, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. So, I have one thing that I bet you do not have in your pack and could potentially save your life. And the benefit is, it's cheap, easy to come by, and it's extremely lightweight. So pretty much right there, why do you not have this in your pack? Well, we're gonna explain what it is and why I'm carrying it. So, that item would be surveyor's tape. Pretty dumb, right? You're probably gonna click off this video and go, wow, this isn't relevant. But you'd be surprised, actually, in combat operations, how we use this, how our enemy has used this, how it has assisted us in, multiple search and rescues, all kinds of stuff all over the place. This is beneficial. So the first thing, ultimately, if you're out here, like in a location like this, you always have a potential of getting lost. Now that could be you're fly fishing out, in Montana, Wyoming, or West Virginia, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, wherever it is. It doesn't even matter the state. You could be hunting somewhere. You could be hiking. You could be backpacking. You could be filming like myself and just enjoying, trails, finding new locations. Yes, there are, Garmin devices like this or the InReach that can assist you, but realistically, electronics fail, and they fail at the worst possible moment when you need them the most. Murphy's everywhere. This is kind of one of those things that Murphy can't really affect too well. They can, but specifically what we're using it for is marking your location, especially if you would get lost. Now, if you're hiking, fly fishing, blah, 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 you already heard it. Whatever you're doing, and you're in this kind of middle of nowhere, and you're like, hey, I'm lost right now. Cool, well, hopefully you have a Sharpie or a writing utensil of some kind. You can write your name, the date, roughly the time if you don't have a watch, and then the direction of travel that you want to go. Because that will literally cookie crumb or bread crumb, I guess you could say, your way of a trail. So you write this, attach it to a tree, walk another 200-300 meters, do the same thing. Arrows that way, and you do this along your journey. So why is that important? Well, when search and rescue or SAR gets spun up, they are looking for you in probably a vast wilderness, and they have a rough estimation of maybe where you will be, but they don't have a pinpoint location. So they're going to send out volunteers and, law enforcement, all this other people, SAR, to look for you. And it's going to be blanketed all over the place. So you're going to have guys, 20 miles that way, 10 miles here, 10 miles, 5s, 9, we're all over the place. Until that one guy, right, stumbles upon your trail with this. Comes upon it, reads it. Hey, this is the guy we're looking for. Immediately radios his headquarters or his command of, the SAR situation and goes, hey, I found proof of life. He's moving west from my location right now. We know he's that way. So all those resources that were spread out all over the place immediately can be assisted to come back in here and open up to a very deliberate cone of search pattern. So now your chances of being found go up immensely. So this little stupid thing, or these two things, could essentially assist you. Now, you could also use this in, say, without rule of law or something like that, right? So say you have a predetermined location where you're supposed to meet. Maybe you and your family, are supposed to meet at this location. Maybe you were at work or something like that, whatever it is, and you have to meet up. So say you get there early, myself. I would get to this location and I'd be sitting here and I'm like, hey, my family is supposed to meet me. I'm waiting, I'm getting antsy. 2 days go by. Where the heck are they at? So you could leave a note for them, because if they show up after you leave and go, where the heck is he? They don't even know. So let's just say you did leave. You go back to that direction, back maybe to your home. That's the location you're trying to find. And they had to take a different route, a longer route around to come find you. So they did, right? Showed up, but you're gone. But they don't know you're gone because you didn't leave a message. So now you're hiking back to them. They get there and they're like, hey, he's supposed to be here. What the heck? I'm confused. I don't know what to do. But if you leave a message, then now they show up. The message is at a predetermined location, tree, rock, stake, whatever it is. And they read it. Hey, didn't know where you guys were at. I left. I went this direction. Cool. That's if you don't have a good comm plan. Maybe you do or something. But this is a backup. Now, interestingly enough, we dealt with this a lot overseas as military. When I was over in the Middle East, GWAT, I guess you could say, The enemy would use indicators like these all the time on us. And it wouldn't be surveyor's tape. It'd be something like a plastic bottle or an MRE package, or, you know, a trash bag or rock stacked, you know, painted water bottle or something like that on this rock upside down. But they would notify the locals, hey, if you see a pink water bottle, that means an explosive device. Stay away from there. But of course, they wouldn't tell their enemy, which I guess at the time was us. So we didn't know what the indicators were, but that indicator could say, hey, there's an explosive device here, or another one could be a weapon cache, or, you know, whatever, documents, or, you know, whatever it is. But we would see that all the time, but we wouldn't know. Same with yourself, is leaving markers or other things for people. They may not know what it is. You could leave a cache here. So we would just have to struggle like all the time finding indicators. Is like, is that trash bag or is that piece of trash an indicator? Is that an indicator? Like, as you can see, it would be very difficult for another enemy force or even someone else to identify and see what this type of stuff was. Even if they see surveyor's tape, what does that matter? Because surveyor's tape is kind of reasonably all over the place in different colors. You don't have to do orange. Do something that doesn't blend into your surroundings. So I just wanted to share that. We have real world use of actually utilizing this overseas, even in, you know, SAR, search and rescue, that kind of stuff. And it works. It really does. And I think it's super lightweight, super cheap. You should have it. If you guys want it, I'm going to link it in the description box below in my Amazon. So you guys, like, if you purchase surveyor's tape, I might get 2 or 3 cents off of it. So yes, that money goes back to me. It doesn't come out of your pocket. But if you would like to support, that's one way you can, along with Patreon, PayPal. Patreons get all behind the scenes stuff, like before filming, and I ask them questions, and you have a direct line of communication to me. So it's just an option out there. But if you don't want to do that, that's fine too. But that's all I have. I hope you guys enjoyed this information. Definitely leave a comment in the section below if you have something like this, indicators, if you saw people, if you've never heard about this, just anything. This is a whole process is meant to get information out there, and then you to provide information back to me to see people actually doing this, stuff like that. So other than that, I hope you all have a great day.